Alright, so what is up, guys? As I'm sure most of you are very, very aware, patch just dropped. Patch 76, I think it is, 76. Alright, and I'm not gonna lie, a ton of bug fixes, really good sorcerer nerfs in here, a lot of fantastic things happened. A lot of them. Don't care about that. That's not what we're here to talk about. This right here is what we are here to talk about. The changes you see on your screen, honestly, don't even care about this. Barb's most broken character in the game in solos. Hatchet Barb's completely OP, goes through shields. Don't care. Whatever. Just this. This right here. Cleric. Cleric's overhealing loss amount changed from 1% to 2% per second. Cleric nerf. Good. Cleric judgment casting speed has changed from 0.75 to 1.25. Great. Another cleric nerf. Fantastic. Cleric's Bless spell tier has changed from 1 to 2, and now it changes all attributes by 2. Okay, it's a slight buff, because I mean, it's a higher spell cost now, so you need more knowledge, but buff, don't really matter. You know, whatever. Cool, don't really care. Cleric's Lesser Heal count has changed from 3 to 4. Cleric's Sanctuary count has changed from 1 to 2. Cleric's Locust Swarm count has changed from 1 to 2, and its attribute bonus ratio has changed from 75% to 100%. Now listen to me. I've talked a lot of shit on these devs. Some of it unwarranted. A lot of it was warranted. However, from the bottom of my heart, I mean this with every fiber of my existence. I really, really do. If this goes live, if these three things right here go live, they are the worst developer team in the history of any game ever. And I will pray to God, hands and knees, every night that this game goes under and fails and they're all out of a job. Because if I swear to God, if they send this live, holy shit, none of them have more than 3 brain cells total. You could add up the entire 50-man Iron Mace team, and you might have 4. Maybe. But only if one person is bringing like 3 of them to the table and they're nowhere near the balance. Because anybody, even remotely close to balance on that team, cannot possibly have brain cells to think these are acceptable changes in the game. The game has felt so good in my opinion. Like, yeah, you know, there's a couple things wrong, and like, you know, Sorcerer's really strong, Barbarian Hatchet's really strong. Overall, though, I think a lot of people agree the game is probably in the best state it's ever been in a very, very long time. And for some reason, we just nerfed Cleric, and everybody's like, wow, this is so good. But guess what? The class was still broken. Cleric was literally still OP. And they decided to buff it back. Like, you're like, oh, hey guys, your class is already, like, we nerfed this class that everybody's been crying about. Wow, it's still really good. Oh, we're gonna buff it back anyways. For what? Dear God, for what, man? I just like, for what? Why? Like, I will do the balance for free. You could take a random Timmy that plays High Roller, and they could do better balance than anyone on the Iron Mace team. I can't, bro. So one of my friends messaged me after the patch drop. She's like, hey, can you explain, like, you know, this patch in, like, noob terms, because she's kind of new to the game. And I was like, I think this is actually, like, a great example, right? Between these Barb and these Cleric changes. It's like, you take Thanos and you just give him the gauntlet with all the stones in it. That is effectively what we just did. Because honestly, most of these Barb changes don't matter. Morale boost, I mean, this is a broken perk now, completely OP. You heal 33% of your health. 33% on a kill. This is like 60 HP on a geared Barb. That's a lot of health. Anyways, don't care. Blood Exchange, you just made this incredibly broken for solos. It was already good. Now this is even more broken for solos. So if you run into Barb with Blood Exchange and you don't have it, you probably just lose. Because now there's not even a chance to kill him. Used to be, you know, if they did this, you had a much better chance of killing them because if you could just cut through their healing. Now it's not the case because they barely cut their HP by anything. It's only 10%. War Sacrifice, doesn't matter. Whatever. Who cares? But this right here, like, you actually just made Cleric God, Thanos, whatever you want to call him, whatever higher being you believe in, superior power in the world. Cleric is now above them, standing on top, dropping his nuts on their forehead. He is literally God. And I just gotta ask, man, why? Why do we have to keep dealing with this? Please! I don't want to, man! I want to play the game and not be literally forced to have a Cleric on my team. But that's just not what you can do. You can't. You have to have Cleric on your team now. You literally have to. And the play style it allows for is so bad. You just have a cleric behind you, just heal, lesser heal, holy light, sanctuary, lesser heal, holy light, sanctuary. Just over and over, you're allowed to make so many mistakes. For what reason? Why do we keep allowing this? Why do we buff it? It was already broken before, after the nerf. It didn't need to get buffed back. You could take 100 players, and if any one of them tell you Cleric was weak, they probably have less than 10 hours on this game. It's just like, come on, man. How? How are we so stupid? And I swear to God, before I see the comments, if you don't like the balance, you don't like the game, just quit playing. Why do you cry about it so much? Shut the fuck up and seek happiness elsewhere. I don't care. Like, I just want to be able to enjoy the game and not have to deal with this broken bullshit, man. Oh, just get a cleric. I don't want to have a cleric on my team to play the game. And the thing is, with the new randomized dungeon for crypts, cleric was already even more important because you have to, because like res, you know, the res spell, it was already insanely important to have a cleric because if you like, you know, you like normally before you'd be like, oh, I can just go find a res. You can't do that anymore because they're completely randomized, so it's way harder to find them. You could literally have to run across the entire dungeon to ever find a res. One second. I had to get a drink of something. And now, like, it's just cleric is even more important. Also, you know what? Hear me out. Crazy take. Crazy take. These 3 changes right here aren't even the most egregious buffs. This one? Locust Swarm? This thing is broken. I don't know if you got hit by Locust Swarm at 75%, but it was already doing like half your health bar if you stood into it. Now this thing actually does like a lot of damage. This is arguably going to be comparable to walking in an earthquake. The damage this thing's about to do is ridiculous. But other than that, I mean, you know, because I don't want to sit here and yap about the cleric change the whole patch. I mean, if you know, like, if you play the game, you understand. Like, you understand this. You understand how ridiculously broken this is. I was going to use another R word there for a minute, but you understand how really, really stupid these changes are. But moving on, Druid now has Spell Memory 2, which means you can play a true full support Druid build, which is actually going to be really, really strong. I've said this for a long time. Once Druid ever got access to 2 Spell Memory, the class is going to be ridiculous, because now you can take all the utility spells you couldn't before. You know, Tree, Wall, Root, Dreamfire, Nature's Touch, Restore, Mending Grove, Barkskin. All of these things you couldn't take, you know, obviously you could take most of those, but the things you couldn't take, now you're going to have it's even better. Then, we get a bunch of sorcerer changes. Apex of Sorcery changed from 25 to 50. We buffed this back because it was unusable. Now it's still good now. Maybe a little bit too good, but who knows. Manifold casting speed penalty changed from 25 to 15. Movement speed penalty changed from 5 to 2.5. Water bolt size got a little bit larger. Stone skin, 5% less PDR. Lightning sphere. Like these, all fantastic changes. Fantastic changes. And I swear to God, you cannot tell me the same person that did this also did this. I refuse to believe it. I refuse to believe someone who could balance something this well could also balance something this terribly. Like, they might just have ChatGPT, like, balancing for them. I don't even know. But anyways, Lightning Sphere damage changed from 10 to 5, and its attribute ratio changed from 100 to 50. Really big changes. No longer insta-kill you. Lightning Bolt no longer penetrates obstacles. Lightning Bolt maximum trackable distance changed from 60 to 30. Trackable angle, sorry, not distance, angle. Lightning damage changed from 10 to 5. Flamethrower tick changed from 0.2 to 0.1, so this is way more damage now. And electric dash changed from 30 damage to 15. Then we buffed clarities for some reason. Woo! Don't know who wanted this. Not me, that's for sure. Whatever. We buffed clarities. They doubled the amount they recharge per second. And they increased the duration of them, like, by a lot. So now you don't have to campfire string clarities. Then they did, like, other random stuff. Changed the VFX size of Wizard's Magic Missile and Fireball. Whatever. Yeah. Nothing about Hatchet in here, by the way. I just want you guys to know that. Yeah. And nothing about why they buffed Cleric. See, this is the thing that pisses me off. Is like, listen, man. If you want to buff Cleric, which is completely fucking stupid, whatever, you know? I can't stop you. But at least justify yourself. Because if they don't feel the need to justify these changes, guess what? They're really fucking stupid. Because there is no justification. They couldn't do it, and they know it. And whoever's making these balance changes should be fired immediately. I don't care if it is SDF, super druid fan, super dumb fuck. I don't care. Fire them. Get them out. Because they are actively hurting the health of their game. Literally, this right here is why people don't like playing trios, because you have to deal with complete bullshit from Cleric, extending the fights by a million years. And if you don't have one, guess what? You just kind of lose. But I mean, it's just, I don't know, it's just ridiculous. And the funniest part is they didn't even fix Hatchet. I'm pretty sure. I actually don't think, I looked in here, but I don't think I saw anything about Hatchet. Let's see, Hatchet. Yeah, no, they didn't do anything to Hatchet. So that's cool. Wait, I think they were, it's like the right way. Is it top to bottom? Hold on. Yeah, they didn't do anything to Hatchet. So Hatchet's still broken. We buffed Barbarian. We buffed Cleric. Good job. You guys are failures. Congratulations. You failed your game. You are probably going to run this game into the ground. You know, and it just sucks. Oh, I mean, soul hearts don't disappear anymore when you're going down to the next floor. That's cool. You know, and they fixed the warlock thing. Wherever that is. It's up here somewhere. I remember seeing it. Oh, yeah, right. Nope, sorry, not this. Fix an issue where the warlock thing didn't work. Cool. That's going to be completely broken. I don't really care. Whatever. I hate this game. I'll say it. I hate it. Hate the game. Hate the people. Hate the devs. Hate the balance. Hate everything about them. They're failures. They deserve to be fired. Thank you guys for watching. I'll see you guys next time. Peace.